In lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's Carter on the return. Escapes a defender. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade has started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. He will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. A toss now to Robinson. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for a loss of yardage. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins connects on the crosser. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throwing on third, Cousins sends this to the end zone. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. Drake London with the touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still second down.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Stafford now on third down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
And the Rams first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So first down from the 41. Straight ahead with Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Stafford from the gun. That's him on the quick hitter. Now this certainly makes the third down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Trying to sneak with Stafford, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
They go with Williams on a counter. They'll cobble together a yard there. Behind Diablo there on the tackle.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They pick the handoff now. Stafford. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
On second down, a run with Williams. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish off their opening drive. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Cousins. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
And the Rams, 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First down throw here for Stafford. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Up the gut they go with Williams. He finds space for a few yards that time. Alford getting there for the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle, and he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's 3rd down now.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Mevis able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Agnew on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. To the air, Cousins. Brought in right side. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And And he not only recovers the fumble, Brock, but he's able to get back beyond the line of scrimmage, too. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Rams out to an early advantage. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Stafford. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Rams.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Stafford now on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it. And the Falcons take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Throwing his Cousins. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. Gets this one to London. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released, and that sure altered the throw.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Quick slant into the hands of Mooney. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They throw it out quick to the left. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense is set, 1st and 10. Cousins throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You can put that sack right into the coverage sack category. You can see the quarterback, he's scanning, right? He's going through his progressions. 1, 2, 3, nobody's open. And then bam, sack lunch.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Third and long, it's Cousins. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. We heard carries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Another carry for Robinson. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal. Here's Cousins. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Nearly a big play by the safety, and I guess you could still say it was, but it benefits the offense as he gets called for roughing the passer. Robinson is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
Falcons 14, Rams 10.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Williams on the carry. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Gonna keep this one and go. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Stafford from the gun. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he makes up for the penalty nicely, and then some. Gain of 8, it's going to be 2nd and 7.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
On the handoff, this is Williams. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Another Rams first down. First and 10.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throwing the out route complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
You put a receiver in motion left. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Who's got it again? And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So we'll await 3rd down and 9. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just keeps connecting to Nakua. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Stafford throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Puka Nakua the target on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Stafford's going to throw once more. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Drawing up the design keeper. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. As as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Stafford. He's got it. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams get some late points and the lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
17. Falcons 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. The gun, Cousins. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
1st and 10, Cousins. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. They'll run it with Robinson, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. before halftime. We get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Things going well so far. And that's out of bounds all the way across the 45, very nearly to midfield. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
The Falcons go in nickel, 3rd down. Third and long, they're going to throw. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Staring down that down in distance, it was going to take some type of big play offensively to extend the drive. But all that sack did was create a bigger play for the defense.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson, start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Cousins out of the pistol here. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. He dodged the tackle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Working now from the gun. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, puts some air under this one, right side. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
The Rams headed out to the field now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Well, they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Robinson up the middle. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
28 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
At the 38-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down, line to gain, 9 yards out. To the air on 3rd and long. That one's caught by Mooney. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Robinson on the inside give. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
No gain on the play.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Finds him over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. Gets this one to London. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Gain of 17 yards. That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Robinson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Algier gets it on the counter. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 on the play, partner. That pushes them a whole lot closer. 3rd and goal from the 2.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
On 3rd and goal, it's Cousins. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 3rd quarter lead. Drake London with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Rams 17.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Rams take over.
The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Running it after the penalty. He's got room to roam. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Kyron Williams, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams bring it back to even.
24-24.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The
Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
He was tackled at the 20.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, Cousins. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
It sure
43-yard
seemed like he knew
line.
exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. Going right side, Robinson with it. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Brought down behind the
So
line
many of the D
scrimmage.
tackles in the league
It's a
today,
loss of
Kate,
a
at some
yard.
point in their
Brings
background
up
were
2nd
edge
and
rushers
11
before they maybe
at the
outgrew that
43-yard
position.
line.
But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Robinson. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
No gain
Made
on
it
the
all
play.
look so simple, didn't he? That
3rd and
linebacker
11.
sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Williams to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Stafford from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. That's caught by Williams. Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Rams are set to punt. And they could really use a good one here. Ball taken in at the 36. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons, the running back was John Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution and more than likely making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins on the keeper. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
They sneak it with Cousins. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another carry for Robinson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the
You know, as any
15-yard
quarterback is
line.
going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense, and number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Back to throw, Cousins. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Complete to number 87. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Dime coverage from the Rams as they get prepped for this third down. Out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up first and goal. Trying to run in, Algier. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Now we're on with Robinson. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Here is Algier. He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Falcons take a fourth-quarter lead. Take some guts anytime you call a draw on third down, Brock. But when it works, you sure look like the smartest one in the building.
Love that element of surprise. It's in those moments where you'll find enough space up the middle to go get to that marker and beyond.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
31. Rams 24.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. On first down, here's Stafford. Just keeps connecting to Nacua. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Rams losing by 7. And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Here he is to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And the Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
3rd down, they need 7. To throw. Trying to push deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates into picking off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Here's a design run. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.